Back with Martin Biron. Marty, it's deja vu. The Oilers are the only 0-3 team left in the league. They've been outscored by 12 goals despite games against the Flames and the Blackhawks. They might have a Stanley Cup hangover despite the fact they didn't actually win the Cup. Do you think that's all that's going on here? Or is there reason for real concern in Edmonton right now?
Okay, it's only 3 games, so we don't have to press the panic button. But I do think that there's something to be said with a Stanley Cup final hangover. You don't win, but then you don't start the next year the way you want to. The level of energy and emotion that you last played with in the Stanley Cup final really came down crashing, and now it's hard to get back to that level. The Florida Panthers started 0-2 last season after going to the finals the year before. I actually, got my big break in the National Hockey League in 99-2000 after the Buffalo Sabres had lost in the 99 finals to Dallas, and they started the season 0-4-2. And then Lindy Ruff is like, we're calling up the kid to go in the place of Dominik Hasek, never mind like any other goaltender. So I think there's something to be said for that. But you have to know that last season, the Oilers started 1-5-1. So the point of emphasis this year from the start of training camp should have been, hey, we are not going to start like we did last year. And they were not good in training camp. They were not good at the start of the year. Connor McDavid had 5 points at least last year in 3 games, and Draisaitl had 7 points, and the power play had 5 goals. This year, McDavid and Draisaitl have not performed up to their standard, and the power play only with 1 goal, Hyman with 0 points. I think there's an issue there, not just being the Stanley Cup final hangover, but your stars are not playing at their level.
I love the way Marty Biron replaced the Dominator after a slow start. That's nice. Look, the stats always look a little jarring with such a small sample size, but Stuart Skinner is 0-2 with his GAA dead last in the entire league. Again, tiny sample size, but how much do you blame Skinner for what's going on with the Oilers right now?
Well, I think goaltending has a lot to do with it, right? Like when the Oilers were able to gain their traction last year and play with confidence, Stuart Skinner was a big reason for that. Going all the way to the Stanley Cup final, Stuart Skinner was a big part of that. So we can't just take the positive and say he impacts the positive. We also think that, and have to say that he impacts the negative. You talk about the GA and everything. Team save percentage is 31st in the league. Team goals save above expectation is 31st in the league. And in both those categories, only the Colorado Avalanche are below the Edmonton Oilers. And we know that goaltending has not been up to par in Colorado, so it's not been up to par in Edmonton as well. But you also have to look at team defense. The Oilers are 24th in the league in shot attempts from the slot given up. So they've not protected the house. You have to protect the house. If you're struggling to win games, you have to make sure that defensively you're not giving up chances like the Oilers have given up. The middle of the ice is wide open. I don't know if they're not on the same page. Like the systems were changed last year with a new coach. This year, the systems should be the same. Everybody should be on the same page, and it looks like they don't know what they're doing in the defensive zone, and they're leaving the middle of the ice wide open. That also has to change.
FanDuel's updated the odds when it comes to the President's Trophy this season. Bettors still believe in the Oilers, but their odds have slipped to 4th behind the Stars, the Devils, and the Toronto Maple Leafs.